My name is Elena, and I've been teaching kindergarten for 8 years. My brother-in-law Derek never let me forget it. Still wiping noses for minimum wage? Derek smirked across the Thanksgiving table. I smiled politely. Still helping 5-year-olds learn to read, actually. Elena, honey, when are you going to get a real career? My sister Rachel chimed in. Derek says teachers barely make $40,000 a year. I do fine, I replied, cutting into my turkey. Derek leaned back in his chair. Rachel and I just got pre-approved for that house in Riverside Estates. $500,000, the one with the pool. That's wonderful, I said. Of course, we can afford it because I'm a financial advisor, Derek continued. Not everyone can be successful, though. Different people, different capabilities. My mom frowned. Derek, that's unnecessary. I'm just being realistic, Linda, Derek said. Elena's a sweet girl, but she'll never afford a house teaching kindergarten. That's just facts. Rachel nodded. Maybe you should consider switching careers, Ellie. Derek could help you get into something more lucrative. I took a sip of wine and said nothing. This had been going on for 3 years, ever since Derek married my sister. He worked at Prestige Financial Group and never missed an opportunity to remind me that I was, in his words, financially irrelevant. What Derek didn't know was that our grandmother had left me a substantial trust fund when she passed, $800,000 to be exact. Grandma Rose knew I'd use it wisely. The trust required her lawyer, Mr. Patterson, to manage it until I turned 30. I just turned 31 last month. Elena, are you even listening? Rachel asked. Sorry, what? Derek asked if you'd co-sign our mortgage application, Rachel said. We need one more signature for the bank, just a formality. I set down my fork. You want me to co-sign a $500,000 mortgage? It's nothing, Derek said dismissively. You won't be liable for anything. We just need the extra name on the paperwork. Bank requirement. I don't think that's how co-signing works, I said slowly. Derek laughed. Elena, I'm the financial expert here. Trust me, it's just a technicality. You won't even need to show your income. I'll handle everything. I'll need to think about it, I said. Think about it? Rachel's voice turned sharp. Elena, we're family. This is what family does. Let me review the documents first, I replied. Derek's smile tightened. There's nothing to review. I told you. I'm handling it. Just sign where I tell you to sign. Something in his tone made my stomach turn. I'll look at the paperwork, I repeated firmly. After dinner, Derek cornered me in the kitchen. Listen, Elena, this needs to happen by Friday. The seller won't wait. Then I'll review it by Thursday, I said. You don't need to review anything, Derek snapped. What are you going to understand that I don't? You teach alphabet songs to children. I met his eyes. Then you won't mind me taking a look? He stared at me for a long moment, then walked away. That night, I called Mr. Patterson, Grandma Rose's lawyer. Elena, good to hear from you, he said warmly. How's the trust fund treating you? That's actually why I'm calling, I said. Has anyone contacted you about accessing my trust? There was a pause. What kind of contact? Any kind, I said. Calls, emails, someone claiming to represent me? Let me check my records, Mr. Patterson said. I heard keyboard clicking. Elena, I'm showing 3 requests in the past 6 months from a Derek Morrison claiming to be your financial advisor. My blood ran cold. What did these requests say? He wanted authorization to access your account, said you'd given him power of attorney. I never did that, I said. I know, that's why I denied them. But, Elena, he also submitted what appeared to be forged documents with your signature. I gripped the phone tighter. Forged? The signature didn't match what we have on file. I flagged it immediately and tried to call you, but the number he provided went to voicemail. That wasn't my number, I said. I realize that now, Mr. Patterson said grimly. Elena, I think we need to talk. Tomorrow, my office. I sat in Mr. Patterson's office at 9 the next morning. He spread documents across his desk. These are the requests Derek submitted. 3 attempts to access your trust fund, totaling $750,000. He's been trying to steal my inheritance, I whispered. Not just trying, Mr. Patterson said. Derek opened a joint account using your name and social security number. He transferred $50,000 from your grandmother's estate before I caught it. I felt sick. How? He had copies of your identification. The previous trustee was involved. We're investigating him now. I stood and paced. So Derek stole $50,000 and tried to steal $750,000 more? That's fraud, identity theft, and embezzlement, Mr. Patterson confirmed. I've contacted the authorities. We need to move quickly before Derek realizes we're on to him. He asked me to co-sign his mortgage, I said. By Friday. Mr. Patterson's eyes narrowed. He's trying to tie you to his debt so you can't pursue charges. My anger crystallized into determination. What do I need to do? Mr. Patterson picked up his phone. First, we call James Martinez. He specializes in financial fraud. Second, we contact Patricia Chen at Riverside Bank. Third, we set a trap. A trap? Derek thinks he's the smartest person in the room, Mr. Patterson said. Let's use that. By that afternoon, I was meeting with James Martinez, a sharp-eyed lawyer. Elena, this is a strong case, James said. Forgery, fraud, identity theft, embezzlement. We're looking at serious prison time. I want to pursue it, I said firmly. Even though it's your sister's husband? Especially because of that. He's been treating me like garbage while stealing from me. James smiled slightly. Good. Derek asked you to come to the bank Friday, correct? Yes, to sign the mortgage papers. Perfect. Patricia Chen will be waiting. So will I. And so will the police. What about Rachel? I asked quietly. That's up to you. We can keep her out of it if she wasn't involved. I thought about my sister. She doesn't know. Derek handles everything. Then we'll give her a chance to see the truth, James said. Patricia Chen called me that evening. Elena, I've been monitoring Derek's activities. He's been moving money, trying to hide the $50,000. He doesn't realize I flagged everything. What happens Friday? Derek thinks he's finalizing his dream house. Instead, his financial career is over. Wednesday, Derek texted me. Need you at Riverside Bank, Friday, 2 p.m. Don't be late. I responded, I'll be there. Thursday, James called. Everything's in place. Detective Morrison will be there. Are you ready? I've been preparing my whole life to stand up to bullies, I said. Friday morning, Rachel called. Ellie, thank you so much. Derek says this house is perfect. My heart ached. Rachel, I need you to trust me today. What do you mean? Just trust me, no matter what happens. See you at 2, I said. I walked into Riverside Bank at 1:55 p.m. Derek was already there with Rachel. His eyes narrowed when he saw me. Elena, good, you're here, he said dismissively. Let's get this over with. Patricia Chen emerged from her office. Mr. and Mrs. Morrison? Elena? Please come in. We followed her into a conference room. James Martinez was already seated, along with a man in a suit. Derek's confidence faltered. Who are these people? Please sit down, Patricia said. Derek remained standing. Elena, what's going on? Sit down, Derek, I said quietly. Rachel looks confused. Ellie, what's happening? Mrs. Morrison, you might want to sit as well, James said gently. I'm not sitting anywhere until someone explains, Derek snapped. Elena, did you bring the documents? You mean the ones that would make me liable for your mortgage? I asked. The trap to keep me from reporting you for fraud? The color drained from Derek's face. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the $50,000 you stole from my grandmother's trust, the forged signatures, the fake power of attorney, the identity theft. Rachel gasped. Elena, what? Patricia opened a file. Mr. Morrison, I'm Patricia Chen, the bank manager. I've been investigating financial irregularities in your accounts. This is ridiculous, Derek said, voice shaking. Elena, you're confused. Am I confused about this? I laid down the forged documents. That's my signature. I never signed these. Rachel picked them up, hands trembling. Derek? Those are fake, Derek said desperately. Someone's framing me. Or this? I laid down bank statements. You opened an account in my name. You transferred $50,000 from my inheritance. Derek! Rachel's voice cracked. Tell me this isn't true. Rachel, baby, listen. James spoke up. Mr. Morrison, I'm James Martinez, Elena's attorney. We have documented evidence of fraud, forgery, identity theft, and embezzlement. I'm Detective Morrison, Financial Crimes, the other man said, showing his badge. We've been building a case for 3 months. Derek sank into a chair. Derek, look at me, Rachel demanded. Did you steal from my sister? I was borrowing it, Derek whispered. I was going to pay it back. Borrowing? I asked sharply. You forged my signature. You stole my identity. I made bad investments, Derek said desperately. I lost client money. I needed to cover it. So you stole from family, Rachel said, tears streaming. We needed the house, Derek shouted. You wanted Riverside Estates. You were doing this for yourself, I said coldly. And you treated me like garbage for years, all while stealing from me. Elena, I'm sorry. You're not sorry. You're caught. Patricia spoke up. Mr. Morrison, your mortgage application is denied. We're closing your accounts and referring this for federal prosecution. Derek's face went white. You can't. We absolutely can, Patricia said. Your financial advisor credentials are being revoked. Rachel, please. Derek turned to his wife. We can work this out. Rachel stood abruptly. Don't talk to me. Detective Morrison pulled out handcuffs. Mr. Morrison, you're under arrest for identity theft, forgery, and embezzlement. Wait, please, Derek begged. Elena, we can settle this privately. I'll give everything back. You stole $50,000, I said firmly. That ship sailed. I'll pay you back double, triple. Just don't press charges. James leaned forward. You're facing federal charges. The bank is prosecuting. Your clients are filing civil suits. My clients? Derek's voice went shrill. 23 of them, Patricia said. We found embezzlement going back 4 years. Rachel dropped into her chair. 4 years? We've been married 3 years. You were stealing before we got married? Rachel asked. Derek said nothing. Stand up, Mr. Morrison, Detective Morrison said. I can explain. Derek backed away. I made mistakes. I can fix this. The time to fix this was before you forged documents, James said coldly. Elena, please. Derek looked desperate. Think about Rachel. I met his eyes. I am thinking about Rachel. She deserves to know who she married. You vindictive, Derek started. Careful, Detective Morrison warned. Anything you say will be used against you. Derek turned to Rachel. I'm sorry. No, Rachel said quietly. You're sorry you got caught. Detective Morrison cuffed Derek and let him out. Rachel cried quietly. I sat beside her. I'm sorry, I said. Don't apologize. She wiped her eyes. I should apologize. I let him treat you terribly. You didn't know. I should have, Rachel said. I should have questioned why he controlled the money. Patricia handed Rachel a tissue. Mrs. Morrison, you're not liable. Your accounts are frozen, but you'll have access to legitimate funds. How much? Rachel asked. Patricia checked her computer. About $3,000. Rachel put her head in her hands. 3,000. And $1 million in debt from his schemes. File for divorce, James said gently. Separate yourself from his crimes. I will, Rachel said. She looked at me. I don't know what to say. You don't have to. Yes, I do, Rachel said. I was awful. I judged your career. I'm ashamed. You had 800,000 in the bank, Rachel said with a broken laugh. I was jealous. Derek said we'd get access. I didn't know he meant steal it. I took her hand. You're my sister. How can you forgive me? Because you didn't steal. He did. Patricia spoke. Elena, we recovered the 50,000. We'll transfer it back today. Thank you, I said. James closed his file. Derek's facing 15 to 25 years. Full restitution to victims. His license is permanently revoked. Good, I said. What will you do now? Patricia asked. I smiled. Keep teaching kindergarten, because I love it. Rachel squeezed my hand. You were always the smart one. I was always the one who knew what mattered, I said. She'd be proud of you, Rachel said softly. James stood. I'll be in touch about court. Rachel, I can refer you to a divorce attorney. I need one, Rachel said immediately. Elena, you'll need to testify, Detective Morrison said. Are you prepared? I've been teaching children to be brave for 8 years, I said. I can be brave for myself. After everyone left, Rachel and I sat alone. I need an apartment, Rachel said. The landlord's evicting me. Stay with me, I offered. Ellie, I can't. You're my sister. Rachel's eyes filled with tears. Thank you. We walked to my car. Rachel's had been repossessed. You drove this with 800,000 in the bank? Rachel said. It's paid off and reliable. Rachel laughed through tears. You really are the smart one. Justice wasn't revenge. Justice was standing up for yourself and refusing to let bullies win. Have you ever had someone steal from you while making you feel inferior? Sometimes the best revenge is proving them wrong and watching their schemes fall apart. Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.